vision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. A slant to Jones. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Good throw there to start the second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On first down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, second down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Taken in the end zone. To the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. These two teams all tied after 1.
7.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like
understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
With the handoff to Alvin Kamara. Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And going deep for Hill. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Falcon ball carrier.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 7, Ryan, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 29-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Saints.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Breeze finding Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara forward. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking right around the 44.
the Falcons.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him... They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
21 yards.
2nd and 10.
Down Atlanta.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And now here's another interception. Picked Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
On second down, here's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the turn. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on
And got his man complete. The 20.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Complete to
Julio Jones.
touchdown.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
Wei Koo lining up for the point after.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Here's Harris to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Number 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you've got to be careful of those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass, incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. Powell hit and a loose football. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On 1st down, Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. Just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. And they'll turn to Kamara. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
That keeps the score.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
14.
Here's Powell on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
9 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And out across midfield down to the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game.
21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Saints 26, Falcons 21.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Breeze. He'll let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Gurley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Well, should take it on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Falcons.
So Ryan and the Falcons down by 5. A minute 53 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Another carry down for Gurley.
At the Saints.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Sheldon Rankins making the stop, and he continues to get better and better after battling injuries earlier in his career. A former first-round pick for the Saints out of Louisville in 2016.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Number 41.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Again, it's Kamara. He'll be taken down, but not before he works. Past the 50.
Alvin Kamara. That's good for a Saint. Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees, because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history. And it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
No gain on the.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
15 yards on the play, first down. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll run, this is Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45, they'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Brees. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
Brees.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Brees to throw. Left side here to Sanders.
Brees.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Emmanuel Sanders now with the Saints, but he was a member of these 49ers last year for the second half of the season during their run to Super Bowl 54. From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught, and a fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down.
26 yards.
And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think he actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
The 27.
That one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Breeze pass. Intended for Alvin Kamara. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 3.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Things take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Score Saints 3, Falcons 0.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. First down, Falcons.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Anzalone on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
A loss of 5.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We got to coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They run out of the shotgun for Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in the end zone.
Times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Breeze going to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
On 1st down, Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Breeze on third down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Gurley. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He's tackled at
now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts
9 yards
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
and it's third down.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
Julio Jones. 27 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Traquan Smith. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. connection on that one. 31 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Will Lutz lining up.
Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And where have we seen this before from Sean Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The 46-yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stumped the run.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Play action. Ryan steps away to his left. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now they had a plan. Made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Into the red zone, it's Breeze.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dante Fowler just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Breeze now.
Enough takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Moving.
So that'll back him up 5. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the Falcon first down.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. It's a room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley, 56 6 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 8.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 42 yards. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Breeze going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
The ball carrier.
A big run there by Gurley. 53 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Brings up 4th down and
they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for a Falcon touchdown.
touchdown, Atlanta.
Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now they'll lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And it's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And bulldozing his way through. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
Breeze pass.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. There's his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Ryan's pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One final try here for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games